Hey guys, this is Sunday 1520 back with the 6th scripting tutorial, I believe, and this one will be on tables. So I'm just gonna get right into it here. So this script, I forgot about this one. If you guys still have that there, I'm just gonna clear that out because all it's doing is whenever we run, it's just going to take up space in the output that, I don't know, I don't really want to have to scroll through it a lot to find the error reports if we mess up or anything. So, yeah, I'm going to start with that. So anyways, I'm just going to insert a script into the workspace here, a new one. So I guess I probably could have just deleted the old script and redone on that, but whatever. So, tables. What a table is here, it's pretty much just a variable with multiple values. Yeah, I can't use table, I forgot about that. Let's just call it LOL, just because, you know, whatever, call it whatever we want. So LOL is going to be equal to multiple things because it's a table. So, well, technically the whole thing is called an array, but I'm going to refer to it as a table because everyone else does, and it's just simpler. So, it could equal string values, so LOL could equal, it could equal string, just because, you know, I'm showing that as a string value. It can equal numbers, so it can equal that. It can equal, like, things and whatever, and, like, it's just like a variable. It can equal anything. Then you end it. You need these curly brackets here. Forget what those are called, but yeah, use those. So yeah, there we go. There's LOL, this is our table, and these are the values. So what happens here is, in the table, everything's indexed, and by indexed, if you don't know what I mean by that, it means it's numbered. So I'm going to add in a couple more things here just to show you. This one's going to be lols, and then I'm going to have another number. It's going to be like 67. So now we got 4 things. So I got a bunch of extra lines now. Anyways, so this is going to be indexed as number 1. So it's going to be the first. It's the first thing in the table, obviously. So it's going to be first. It's going to be index 1. So if we said print LOL, so that's the table we're finding, and then 1. We put it in those square brackets there. So we print from the table LOL, and you identify a table with the parentheses around it, and then the index is in square brackets 1, so it's going to print string out. So get out of that, we press play, and it says string right there. Don't worry about this player 1 thing. This is from our other script where we found like the actual player in there, but yeah, so don't worry about that. So yeah, it prints out string because string is the first thing in here. If we change the index to 4, it'll print the 4th thing in here, which is 67. So we come out of here, 67. There we go. So yeah, everything is indexed like that. That's how you identify the indexes in the table. Yeah, so that's pretty much what a table is right there. So I told you guys last time that I'd show you the better way of making a dance floor so that you don't get like the cruddy colors like here, I'll just show you, because if we press play here, here's our old dance floor. Look, black, look at that ugly green. Then we got like boring colors like that and that. Like no one wants those. They just suck. Let's just put it that way. So we go back into our dance floor script. We can keep this variable here, and we can keep some of this, so I won't delete it yet. But what we want to do here is create a table, obviously. Tutorials on tables, so I bet you guys can guess that. So we put our little squiggly brackets after we identify our table's name. We're going to call it colors. Not color. Colors. There we go. So we're going to call it colors. So now what we want to do in here is put names of colors that we're going to want. So I have a couple in my head already because I've done this multiple times. So really red, you put a comma to identify that you're starting a new one. Put really blue. We can get magenta, teal. And by the way, guys, if I were to put a capital R here, it doesn't work in the red because you have to follow exactly what the name says, and it's a lowercase r in red. So yeah, just pointing that out. Everything's got to be really exact. Toothpaste, because you know this is colored toothpaste. Who doesn't want that? Hot pink. Why not? Then we can also put in new yellow, which is the best version of yellow in my view. And that's good enough, so I'm just going to go with that. Really red, really blue, magenta, teal, toothpaste, hot pink, and new yellow. And we still have B is the brick, the script's parent, which stands for. So, even though we're going to use some of that, I'm just going to delete it all. Like before, a while true do loop, but now we're going to use a table. So, b.brickColor, because we're still changing the properties, so it equals brickColor.new like usual. Then what you want to do here is, like in our other script, we identify colors, table, then we put in the square bracket, and this is where we get the index, and it's supposed to be a number, but we can get a random number. So math.random, that is how you do it. We get a random number, then what we want is one of them, so we put the 1 there, and then we have to use the number sign right there, put colors again, and then close all those brackets that we had. So just to finish it off, so this line probably looks a little bit more complicated than the average line that you guys have seen, but you guys, I guarantee you that it really isn't that bad. b.brickColor equals brickColor.new, you guys know that. And then right here is where we usually put in like this, we just put like toothpaste right there, but we wanted to choose a random color. So table colors, because you guys learned that from the last script, we identified our table in the brackets, colors, that's our table name. Then before we had an index of 1 or 4, because we were going to choose something out of here, out of our thing, because it's all indexes is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is toothpaste, 6, and 7. But we want to choose randomly. We don't want to put like 1, then 3, then 4, then 5. Technically you can do that. You guys could do that if you really wanted to, so then you'd have a set list. Some people do it that way, but I prefer to do this. It's a lot less work. It's just like 2 lines, because we still need our weight, obviously, while true do. I'm going to put that in, because you guys already know that. Always need a weight in the loop. I'm just going to make it 1 second. So math.random. Math.random chooses a random number. That's just what it does. As you can see by the blue letters, it's something built into the game. And we put another parentheses here and choose 1, because it makes sure that it picks 1, and then just one of the things up here. And the number colors thing right here is to make sure that you get the entire index of them, so that the math.random doesn't choose a number that's not in colors. So you choose 1 number from inside colors, and the number colors thing just brings out that there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 in here, so that math.random doesn't choose a number like 3 billion. And then, well, that's useless, because we have no index for 3 billion. So, there we go, that does that. And then we close our parentheses from right here, we close our square bracket from before math.random, and then we close our parentheses from way back here. And that is that. You guys should know that now. And you can do a lot of cool things with math.random. Yeah, so that's that. And then, of course, it's a while true do thing, so we have to have a wait in our loop. And you guys learned all about loops last tutorial. And then we end it. So, we go out, look at our new dance floor. So, just saying, you guys don't have to copy the colors that I put in here. If you really want to, you can change them, add more colors. You can put in, let's say, lime green if you want. You can just go to the end, put a comma, put lime green in there. Kabam, you have lime green. I'm not sure if the G is capitalized, and it's not. Okay, that's good. And yeah, you can add in or take away whatever colors you want to fit your dance floor. But this is the way I usually do it. This is the way I like make my dance worse. Anyways, we run it. Change to toothpaste or teal. Can't tell. Really blue. Hot pink. Well, technically we could look at this if you want. The only problem with this way, compared to doing it other ways, is that sometimes you can get a double brick. So if you ever see that your brick sits there on one color for 2 seconds instead of a 1 second wait, it's just because math.random shows the same number again because it's completely randomized. But the more colors you have in there, the less likely that is, as you've seen. Oh, it just did it there with really blue. Yeah, that's that. Just did it again with teal. So yeah, there's ways around that, but save that to the future. That's not for now. Anyways, so there's one cool thing you can do with tables. So I'm going to teach you guys how to make an admin command script, but not the whole thing obviously, because that's a lot of work. But I'm going to teach you the table portion of it, where you identify if there's an admin. So you're about to be like blasted with information. So I'm going to have separate tutorials on pretty much everything we're about to show you. So if you don't get all of it, don't be worried at all. But I'm just going to throw it out there because it has to do with tables. So what we want to do here, we can keep this called LOL if we want, but what we want to call it is admins. And what we're going to put in here is the names of the people who we want to be admin in whatever, like, your world. So we have our quotations. Sunday 1520, obviously. Why wouldn't you want me as admin? Whatever your name is, you people. So whatever your guys' names is, you're going to be an admin. And then that other guy's going to be an admin as well. So those are our admins. So what we want to do is make a function in, or is player admin, because that's what we're going to do. We're going to find out as the player admin. So I'm going to put an argument in his name. That's going to be my parameters. So now what we want to do for IV in pairs admins do. So this for IV in pairs, it is crazy important, used all over the place. It's beyond. I'm going to have a whole separate tutorial on that very soon, but for now a quick little explanation is it's pretty much a for loop, but it's not. So for IV in pairs, I is going to be like the first value, and V is going to be the other one. It's pretty much like finding two values, and it's going to do them in pairs. Obviously, as what it's saying. So I in this case is going to be this, I believe. Depends how I write this. And V is going to be the name of whoever is trying to use the admin script. So and then admins, we put it in our brackets to identify that we want it in pairs from our table admins. So we have it in parentheses like we've done before. So IV in pairs admins do if string.lower name equals string. I'm going to explain this in a second. I'm just going to finish writing. String.lower v. Oh, whoops. So I need a then there. Then I'm just getting rid of those lines. Return true. And so I already explained this line. If string.lower, so string is a string value obviously, lower name. So there's going to be a whole other function that identifies when someone's talking. There's the chatted event that finds out, like, you guys know all about events. There's an event called chatted. You use that. And string.lower will be the person's name, obviously. So what it does is it looks at the name of the person who's talking, and then string.lower v from our table is going to be any of the admins in here. So if it equals two equal signs, if it equals one of the admins, then return true. So is player admin will return true. Alright, so, yeah. That's that. Sorry, I had to pause there because, I reached a recording cap. Kinda sucks that I have one. But, yeah, so I don't know where it was. So I'm just gonna go through this whole thing again, because I'm pretty sure I was explaining it pretty badly anyway. So, this first line is gonna be explained in future videos, like, high detail. You guys are gonna thrive in pairs, like, everything, because you're gonna be so awesome with it. But, if string.lower, so string.lower is gonna be the name of the person, and name goes back to our parameters. This is the argument. If it equals string.lower v, which will be a name in the admins list. So, if it equals, I might have that no, I don't think I do. I don't think I have that backwards. So, if it equals, either way, if whoever's talking, their name equals a name of the person in the admin list, it returns true. You guys know that return is just like return the answer to whatever. So it returns true, and that means that is player admin the function true. So yeah, string.lower, that goes for their name. If you put string.sub, if I changed lower here to string.sub, well then it's what they say, and then you put like from which character and whatever, all that stuff. You'll learn that in the admin commands video that will be later. Not too far from now, because we're advancing pretty fast. But yeah, that's that. This was probably a really bad example to do. Oh, gotta open that back up. This was probably a really bad example to do just because of all the new stuff in here, and at least it sort of uses tables, and it uses them in a different way. Yeah, I just thought you guys would enjoy knowing something a little more complicated. So now you know about this little string.lower and string.sub thing, kind of. That'll also be explained later. Pretty much everything here will. These two lines. Because right now they probably don't make much sense to you guys, other than the if statement and the whole for loop. And yeah. So, a little, oh, whoops. Okay, here we go. A little recap. I'm just gonna trash this now because I don't really need it. You guys can keep that if you want for later, but I don't know. So just a little recap. We just got whatever our thing's name is. Use these little squiggly brackets. Put in whatever values you want. Numbers, places, stuff, and close it. And then you can just print. And because everything's indexed, you can print SADSAF. Sorry, that was a weird name. I don't know why I did that. Put the square bracket, index 2, close the square bracket, close that bracket from before. It'll print 55435. 55435 right there. And you guys learned about the dance floor, the whole map.random thing. So that's the basics of tables right there. There's not really all that much more to tell you for now, because tables get really in-depth. Like, unlike certain things where it's just what it is what it is. Tables, like meta tables, and you go on the Roblox wiki if you really want to know right now, but I will have a future tutorial on it. There's just so much to put into it. I'm not going to put it all in right now, and most of it won't make sense until you know some other things. So, I think that's it for this video. I'm going to show you guys that dance floor script, just in case you didn't copy it down before. Math.random, the whole 1, so it chooses 1. Get all the numbers and colors. So, yeah, I hope you guys got everything that I did here. Well, mostly everything, with maybe the exception of that admin thing. But, hopefully this dance floor script makes complete sense to you guys. If it doesn't, feel free to ask questions in the comments. And, like, subscribe. I can help you with other projects that you guys have too. So if you're making some part that you want to like go around in circles and then blow up or something like that, just put it in the comments. I'll try to help you with some scripts. Yeah, I don't mind doing that. So yeah, like, subscribe, all that jazz, and catch the next video. See ya.